Hey guys, welcome back to Maison Malli. I'm Malli, and today we're taste testing the Nespresso 2025 Holiday Pods. Of course, guys, before we get into the video, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you can do so down below. You guys can also find me over on Instagram, where I make similar coffee content videos along with a little home, a little travel, and a little bit of the things I love. If that's something you could be into, you can find me right here. Let's taste test. Alrighty guys, so another year has come and we're taste testing the Nespresso 2025 Holiday Pods. As per usual, there are 3 pods. These are what they're looking like. So there is the cinnamon and candied tamarind. This one I am particularly very excited to try because as a Caribbean person, you know, we love our tamarind and we love it candied. We love it with sugar. We love it with spices as well. So this should actually be a really good one. This is probably the one I want to try the most. Now, according to Nespresso, the cinnamon and candied tamarind, it's a 7.7 ounce, so it is a true coffee-sized pod. And here it says, a festive delight, evoking cinnamon, spices, tamarind, and dried fruits in a sweet coffee base. So it's definitely giving Caribbean vibes, okay? And you know, your girl is Caribbean. I'm from Guyana, for those of you who don't know. But yeah, this one should be good. Next up on the docket, we have got sweet almond and hibiscus. So this is what that one is looking like. And I gotta say, I'm pretty thrilled about this too. Anything with almond is my jam. I think last year one of the pods had almond as well. This one kind of reminds me of the strawberry pod they launched earlier in the year, like the design of it. But nevertheless, super excited to try this one. This pod is also a 7.7 ounce coffee size, and according to Nespresso, it's a festive delight evoking almonds, hibiscus, red fruits, and caramel in a sweet coffee base. So I feel like there's a lot going on there, but nevertheless, very excited to try it. And then last but not least, we have a double espresso pod. So this is what the double espresso pod is looking like. A gorgeous little thing, matches my nails. This, every year Nespresso does do a double espresso, which I really appreciate. You can never go wrong with an espresso pod, but let's see what Nespresso has to say about it. I think this is the only one I saw with an intensity level. It says it's an intensity of 7, so not all that strong considering Vertuo is about a 12. It says a deliciously round cup with cereal, ripe fruit, and caramel notes, beautifully complemented by subtle woody undertones. So I can see it being an intensity of 7, especially since they said cereal notes. Anything for Nespresso with cereal notes is usually very light in taste. It's a double espresso. It's 2.7 ounces, notes cereal, caramel, fruity. So definitely excited to try this one as well. Now, these 3 pods, these were in my advent calendar unboxing video. I've already unboxed the advent calendar for the season. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, I'll link it for you right here. Check it out after. So that's how I got these 3, and this is what I'll be using for the taste test today. However, I've gotten smarter at this. I did get this cute little packaging from Nespresso when I picked up my advent calendar, and I guess they give this to you if you buy everything. I bought the advent calendar, and I also bought these. Hold on. Okay. So these are actually the holiday pods. So I've learned that sometimes I don't like these and I open it for the taste test and then it's just money wasted. So what I usually do now is, since I know I'm getting the advent calendar, I do a taste test with these 3, and based on whichever ones I love, I'll actually keep the box. But let's say I don't like one of these in the taste test, I'll return the box unopened. So yeah, but with all that being said, let's get to taste testing. I think I'm actually gonna try the sweet almond and hibiscus first. Let's taste test. Alrighty, so taste test number one. It looks as though I brewed the Festive Collection Cinnamon and Candied Tamarind first. So that's what we're going to be tasting first. I even have my little holiday stir sticks. I love these. They were from Anthropologie a couple years ago. So this is just a plain coffee. I like to give it a taste to see what I think first. Okay, so I do appreciate this. It actually has a little bit of a sour note to it, which reminds me of tamarind, but then it has this sweetness to it at the back end, but then it's also a very robust coffee. It's not light in flavor. It has that coffee punch to it. Okay. I think cinnamon and candied tamarind, so that's it. Just cinnamon and candied tamarind. Yeah, you do get that little sour from the tamarind. Tamarinds are usually sour. And you do get the spices. What I'm gonna do, of course, is add 1 tablespoon of sugar to this, because I feel like, as I always say, brown sugar always brings out the flavors in all of the coffees. So let's try that. So a tablespoon of brown sugar. And taste it again. Brown sugar never disappoints. This is a pretty cozy cup. If you guys out there like your coffee without any milk in it, just a little bit of sugar will do the trick. I'm trying to see if I get the true tamarind. I don't think that I do. I think it's kind of the sourness that a tamarind would have to it, right? But I don't taste tamarind. But nevertheless, a delightful cup. I'm going to add some milk to it. So I steamed some milk on Brie. My Breville Barista Touch. We're going to add a splash here. Yeah, and milk softens it nicely. So if you don't like that bold punch of, coffee, if you add some milk to it, it'll soften it. It's still a little sweet. This is okay. All put together, I think it was best at the stage of with the sugar added. You can do it without sugar, but that was probably my favorite. The milk does soften it quite a bit, and then I don't know if I'm still getting holiday when it's softened. One more taste. I think you're definitely getting the spices. Tamarind, probably not. If I had to give this a 1 out of 10 rating, I would give it as a holiday pod, I would give it a 6. I'd give it a 5 as a holiday pod. And as a regular pod, for taste, I would give it maybe an 8, because I actually do like the taste of it. This is a coffee that I would drink, but I don't know if it's giving me the holiday festive vibes as I drink it with milk. With all that being said, let's move on to pod number 2. We are going to try the sweet almond and hibiscus. We've got our cup right here. This is another one of my favorite Christmas cups. It is from West Elm. I have maybe about 3 of these. Alrighty, I don't know why I'm stirring if there's nothing in here to stir. But let's taste the sweet almond and hibiscus. Oh, I also forgot to tell you guys, because as I put it to my nose, I remembered. Brewing it smells delicious. You get those sweet almond notes, so that already made me happy. But let's see how it tastes. Oh, okay, very different from the first one. So you instantly get almond, it's there. You taste it at the beginning, you taste it at the back end. And as far as hibiscus, I don't know if I've ever had hibiscus. It's a fruit or a flower? I don't know. It's a flower, because Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie has a book called Purple Hibiscus, and it's really good. So it's a flower, because there's a purple flower on the cover. It's a flower. So no, I'm not really getting like floral notes. But definitely this almond. Let's add some sugar to this, some brown sugar. Some brown sugar, babe. Sorry. Some brown sugar. Tablespoon, just like the last time. Also, somebody judged me the last time and they were like, oh my gosh, you're adding a tablespoon of sugar to your coffee. First of all, it's a taste test. I'm definitely not going to finish any of these. And secondly, a tablespoon of sugar is actually less in calories than a tablespoon of syrup. Very nice. Again, the sugar is always going to add that soft, sweet taste to it. I am tasting the almond still, like more on the back end than the first time. It was a lot more forward as soon as I drank it, but with the sugar added, you kind of taste it. You taste sweet, and then you taste almond on the back end. Enjoyable. Let's add some milk. Actually, probably a little more. Let's see. I like this one. This one's softer than the first one. It's softer than the tamarind, cinnamon and candied tamarind. It's very cozy. You know, almond for me is always cozy. I love almond. I like it in my perfumes, my candles, my food. So yeah, that's really nice. And in a weird way, I can't describe it, but it is communicating holiday. And I think it's because of like the cozy vibes of it, right? Almond, it's got that sweet flavor to it. It's cozy. You put almond in a lot of like baked goods and things like that. So I think that's where I'm kind of getting the holiday vibe. So if I had to rate this one as a holiday pod, I would give it definitely about an 8. An 8 is fair. And also, well, I'll tell you guys that at the end, but stay tuned to see which ones I will be keeping and returning. But yeah, I give this one an 8. It's definitely giving holiday cozy vibes, and I love that about it. And as a regular pod, I would give it an 8 as well, because it's like something you can drink year round, but it definitely is giving those cozy holiday vibes. Let's try the espresso pod. Water. And we've got our double espresso. I have no like wanting to try double espresso on its own, because I personally would never drink espresso on its own. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and add some milk, and then we'll add sugar and see what we think. It smelled good when I was brewing it. It was really like full bodied. It had a lot of crema on there. So let's just dig in. Let's see. I'm gonna add some milk right away. I like it. Very clean. You definitely taste the cereal notes, because you know the cereal notes go very well with milk. It's a double espresso. I like it though. It's very smooth. I like that about it. I probably like this better than the one from last year. I wish though that maybe they had added like a seasonal flavor to it, but I do understand like making this one for someone who doesn't maybe want flavor in their coffee. And the beautiful thing about espresso is obviously it can be manipulated. I can add any fun festive syrup I want to this and it would be delicious. So that's really good to know. If I had to give it like a seasonal rating from 1 to 10, is that a hummingbird? How cute. Seasonal rating from 1 to 10. I don't find it to be seasonal, but I do love how smooth it is. So seasonal, probably 0. It's not giving seasonal at all. But as a pod, I would give this one a 10 out of 10. Like, I actually really like this pod and how smooth it is. But it's also not wimpy. Because there's some pods lately. Like, what did I have lately? I had Doppio, and when I add my milk to it, it's just like kind of watered down. So I try to stick to the stronger pods for double espressos, like Chiaro and things like that. Of course, I don't have a lot of milk in this, so that could probably explain why. But overall, I think it's a strong pod. It's a good pod. It's something that I probably would use year round. So I'd give it a 10 out of 10 as an espresso pod. And also, I'm not going to add sugar to that because it tastes good as is, and you can add anything to it and it'll be lovely. With that being said, guys, we have the holiday pods here for 2025. And if I had to rate them from like my favorite to least favorite, I think my favorite would be Sweet Almond and Hibiscus, followed by the espresso pod. So safe to say, I'm going to keep these two. I'm going to keep the sweet almond and hibiscus. I'm going to keep the espresso pods. I can see me using these. As far as the tamarind, I liked it, but stacked up against the others, it was just okay. So I probably will return this because I have like 1,000 pods in my house right now that I haven't used, and I'm not trying to build on pods that I know I'm not going to use. The espresso pods, I'll probably use these every day. That'll be easy, and it probably will take me some time to get through this because I honestly don't drink a lot of hot coffee anymore. Every single day I have a latte. So yeah, that's the taste test. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by Maison Malli. Drop it in the comments down below. Let me know, are you going to be trying the Nespresso holiday pods for 2025? If so, which ones do you think you'll purchase? And if you've already tried them, which is your favorite? As always, guys, thank you so much for stopping by Maison Malli, and I'll see you guys next time.